Greetings all, Freighter Phi here with another element video. Today's element of the day is water. Happens to be one of my favorite elements to work with. It also happens to be my physical base attribute element. Now, water is a feminine energy. It is ruled by the planet Mercury. It has three angel numbers, that's 111, 1111, and 888. Water is symbolic to the suit of cups in the tarot. It's emotions, emotional. It's symbolic to life. Could be death, destruction, new rebirth. Water has a plethora and a multitude of meanings on many different aspects, as it has three states of existence, unlike the other elements. The zodiac signs for water is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. The main tarot card is the Ace of Cups, with water representing intense emotion and symbolizes the reservoir of emotions we contain within. The dissolution stage for alchemy, the second stage of alchemy, if you recall, calcination was fire for the first stage. Water, the last element, well, if you're not counting ether, is the second stage of alchemy. That involves the outlet of repressed emotions from traumatic events that we have pushed down in our psyche. Second stage. So, balancing out your water energy, if you are water energy, water physical, this would be imperative post-calcination stage of the ego before entering into shadow work. I will be covering that in upcoming videos. The chakra is the sacral chakra. If you're into Kundalini, this is highly important to clear your chakral energy, because not only does the chakral energy release the Christ seed oil, if you know the process. Another video I will be covering the topic of the process and the planetary alignment necessary to unleash the Christ seed oil and release the Kundalini serpent up through your crown chakra. The color is orange. That is ruled by Jupiter, and right now is a very, very lovely time to be ruled by Jupiter and working with water, as Jupiter is the planet of abundance. Let me break that down a little bit, because abundance itself is a very vague statement. Financial abundance, health abundance, love abundance, wealth abundance. You have to specify what kind of abundance when you're manifesting and utilizing water energy and working with Jupiter. You can't just say, universe, give me abundance, because it's going to say, okay, I see you asking for abundance. Abundance of what? You can't be vague. You need to be intentional, clear, and concise when you're requesting anything from source, from universe, from spirit. It is linked to water element. You can unblock the sacral by acknowledging the block, identifying that, okay, I have a blockage, release it back to the universe, give it to your angels, give it to your ancestors, give it to God. You need to just acknowledge that there is a block and there is something messing with your energy and move forward. You could tell the sacral is blocked if you have a sense of detachment, isolation, low libido. For men, this would be you're having erectile dysfunction issues. For women, you're having problems with moisture. You're just never really in the mood, but you want it, but not really. Lack of creative inspiration. That's a big thing. So that also runs parallel with the solar plexus, because the solar plexus being the fourth brain. I will cover this later on once I get into further in-depth explanation of Kundalini and the Christ seed oil. But the solar plexus being the fourth brain is necessary for creative inspiration, joy, happiness. And the sacral chakra is what inspires you. It's a direct link to source. Like, that's the root of the direct line up to the divine connection. So an affirmation to unblock the sacral chakra could be, I accept the flow of life. Creativity flows to me effortlessly. And if you're going with the Hindi mantras, VAM, V-A-M, would be the mantra. The sacral chakra represents creativity, passion, intimacy, connection, sensuality, and sexual desire. Foods that you can eat to unblock your chakral energies are carrots, mangoes, oranges. orange peppers, peaches, apricots, sweet potatoes, salmon, flax, almonds, walnuts, sesame, coconut, cinnamon. Has multiple uses. Cinnamon is so good for just cleansing energies, attracting luck, and especially if you're working with Jupiter and water, you want to focus on cinnamon because that's going to bring it's going to cleanse your energy and it's going to bring more luck to you. It's like a magnet. It's like the positive to the negative. It is highly attractive. Drink water, herbal tea. Physical water-based people, they have the rectangular shaped palms and long fingers. Some might say long palms, long fingers. Kind of like me, your fingers are equal proportion to the size of your palm. You just have a bigger palm and bigger fingers. Unlike the fire people, they have shorter fingers. So, my take, the different states of water are solid, liquid, and gas. Now, for me, this gets interesting because this is kind of like my take on water. Water has 3 states. What else is 3? The Holy Trinity. Father, Son, Ghost. You can term that into human, demon, angel. The Holy Trinity, from my understanding and my perspective and my experience with dealing with spirit, channeling energies, and just stepping into this path, is the human is what we are. That is the Father. The demon is who we are. That is the Son. And the angel is who we become. That is the Holy Ghost. So you have 3 transmutational states: solid, liquid, gas, Father, Son, Ghost, human, demon, angel. So we start as a human. And through polarization, social conditioning, environmental conditioning, all of them factors play a role, nature versus nurture. If you want to get into that too, you can incorporate that as well. But those things create the demons that we are. And once we transmute our energies and we protect our auric field and we crystallize that auric field and we learn how to repel evil eyes and we just learn how to stay grounded within ourselves and we become connected with Source again, we become the angel. And the angel protects who we become. That's my take on it. Water has so many uses. Healing, water spells. You can do binding rituals right here, which is what this is. This is a binding ritual. You can slowly drain people's power from them if they have wronged you and you are just in that. You can use it for manifesting. I talk to my water. So some people say, oh, well, Todd, do you prefer moon water, full moon water? I use various phases of the moon. I don't just use the full moon. I use the waning, I use the waxing gibbous, I use the full moon, the new moon. It just depends on what the intention is, what I need it for, and what each phase of the moon has a root of power to. If I'm looking to manifest something, banish something, create something, it all depends on what I'm doing, what I'm working with. Energetic clearance too. When I'm in the shower every morning, I just picture the water absorbing all negative energy that was sent to me. And I'll use that and have the water cleanse it in my auric field and burst out just like a colorful rainbow of colors and just empower me by all spectrum of all frequencies of all 7 primary colors. That's something I will cover way later on because since we are on the last element, I'm going to touch base with ether. I'm going to cover the last 3 chakras that I did not cover that are correlated with an element. And then we're going to step into the wonderful world of shadow work, self-love, self-respect, and healing. So hopefully you find this information interesting and you stick around for more. Thank you. Have a good night.